Hello, hello, hello. This is Becky Witherspoon. Once again, I'm going live. I apologize for my absence this past week. It's been a crazy week. I have discovered that traveling and Facebook Lives, I'm going to have to figure out how to do that because my schedule just kind of didn't work too well with doing my Facebook Lives like I normally do. But I will figure that out so that that doesn't happen again. Anyway, I am happy to be back with you tonight. I've got a very special topic tonight, one that is very near and dear to my heart. Hi, Ramona. And it's all about, are you a talker or are you a doer? And what in the heck do I mean by that? Okay, you've heard the old saying, all talk and no action, right? Well, tonight is all about that. And it's about how to actually implement, hi, Jacques, how to implement action into what you're talking about. A lot of us have goals. A lot of us have desires and visions of what we want to accomplish. Hey, Dee, love you, girl. But a lot of us never actually take the action that's required consistently to accomplish those goals and dreams. So what I'm going to talk to you tonight about is how to develop winning mindsets. And this is episode 1 of about developing winning mindsets. Tonight's topic is all about beliefs and affirmations. And a good friend of mine, Dee, as a matter of fact, we're doing some really awesome training in the background about how to develop ourselves and make us a better person. And one of the things that really struck me about one of the trainings was about this very subject. Now, I'm going to put my own spin on it. I'm going to take a little bit from what they taught, and then I'm going to share it with you. Hi, Lisa. And so get out your pens, get out your pencils, paper, whatever, get out your typewriter, whatever you want. But take some notes tonight because this is some really important stuff. First off, I do want to share with you my updated disclaimer. This is one that I created for myself, but let me share it with you. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandma, and a globetrotter granny. That's my nickname, yes. I am a licensed realtor and a health and nutrition coach. I'm originally from the South, and I take Southern hospitality very seriously. I value relationships over transactions every single time. So what in the world can I do for you? Okay, that's my motto. What in the world can I do for you? All opinions expressed by me are strictly my opinions. They are not to be construed as the one and only way to achieve a desired result. And while my advice may be very excellent, I will never claim to be the expert on any one subject, okay? I always reserve the right to refer you to someone who is more competent than even me, okay? With that said, let's dive into tonight's topic. Very, very important. I don't care what you're doing in life. I don't care if you work for somebody, if you're a housewife, a house dad, you're a mom, a stay-at-home mom, you work out, you have your own business. It doesn't matter what you do. This subject is absolutely vital for anyone who wants to have the desires achieved in their life that they're wanting. Hi, Kathy. So, tonight's topic, developing a winning mindset, episode 1, your beliefs and affirmations. So, now almost 100 years ago, some of y'all may have heard of this dude, author. His name was Napoleon Hill. Really interesting fellow. He wrote this book. It's been almost 100 years ago. It was back in the early to mid 30s. It was called Think and Grow Rich, and it became an absolute classic in the business world. And this book has been a catalyst for millions of people to completely transform their lives, okay? And they've become some of the most successful and most influential people in the business world. So his number one philosophy that he expressed in that book was how people can change their reality over time. It's not instantaneously, but over time, simply by speaking it into existence. Oh no, there she goes again. She's talking about all that woo-woo stuff. No, this is very solid stuff. Stick with me because this is going to help you, okay? So it's not witchcraft, I promise you. So he uses this one example, and this has been scientifically proven, okay? He uses an example of someone who has been exposed to crime, okay? When they're initially exposed, they abhor it. They're like, oh my God, that's awful. How can you do that? Okay? But then they continue to be exposed to it, and it starts to become more acceptable. It becomes more of the norm, okay? Then after continuing to be around it and they've accepted it as a normal part of life, now it becomes something that they're not afraid to have be a part of their life, okay? In other words, they suddenly see themselves being able to do this crime, okay? So that was just by being around something. So let's take that concept and let's use that example to understand how to use it in a positive way rather than in the negative way that he showed, okay? So first off, before we start into the affirmations and beliefs, I want to say this. The number one way to begin the process of positive change in anybody's life, I don't care who you are, is to take a very close and honest, I mean solidly honest look at the five people you spend the most time with, okay? Are these people, because these people influence your life, whether you want to admit it or not, they absolutely influence your life. Are these people actively doing and saying the things that you are aspiring to, or are they doing things and saying things that keep them stuck either in a negative cycle of status quo or in unhealthy behaviors, okay? If your primary circle of influence is that latter, that really negative one, okay, as painful as this may sound, I'm going to tell you, you're going to want to begin the process of replacing them as your primary circle of influence. I'm not saying you have to cut off all contact with them. In some cases, you might want to. But I'm not saying you have to cut off contact with them. But you need to make them not the primary part of your circle of influence. You need to start replacing them with people of character that are aspiring to some of the very stuff that you're wanting to aspire to in whatever aspect that might look like. Okay, so now that we've at least talked about that, and I will talk about that in another video, I'll dive a lot deeper into that subject. It's going to take its own video, but I did want to at least bring that subject up before getting into the rest of this. The very next thing that you'll want to do is just as important, okay, as your circle of influence, but it's actually a lot easier to implement right away, okay? It's the part that involves speaking your transformation into existence. So let's dive into that. Now, they say it takes at least 2 months to create a new habit or replace an old one, okay? Now, everyone is different, okay? Some people, they might be able to develop a habit a little bit quicker. Some people, it might take 6, 8, 9, 10, 12 months, okay? It depends on the person, the situation, what they're trying to change, okay, what they're wanting to implement into their life, and how diligently they are, how consistent they are with implementing these new changes, okay? If you want to set your expectations so that you don't get discouraged along the way, then the truth is that it will probably take you anywhere from 2 to 8 months to create that new behavior so that it becomes automatic. So you don't even have to think about it. It's just a natural part of who you are at that point in time. So taking Mr. Hill's philosophy and combining it with that reality of how long it can take to create that new behavior or better habits, that brings us to today's topic of creating winning mindsets and developing beliefs and affirmations. So one of the things that I've been taught through the years is about goal setting. Goal setting is really important because if you don't have a goal to work towards, it's really hard to, you don't have anything to aim to, and you're just kind of going willy-nilly, and who knows if you're going to achieve anything, because it's going to be very sporadic, and you're never going to know if you're actually accomplishing anything because you have nothing to gauge it against. Okay, you have no bullseye in which to figure out, okay, how close am I to that mark of the goal that I'm wanting to reach? So we've got our goals, okay, but how do we get our mind set so that we can actually be in the proper mindset to achieve those goals? So one of the things that I've been taught is to talk affirmations every day as if they already, in other words, talking about saying something as though it was already in existence. And what do I mean by that? Okay. I am not making $1 million right now. Okay. I do not make $1 million a year. But here's an example of somebody's possible affirmation. I am consistently doing everything I need to do to be able to make $1 million a year every single year. I am making $1 million a year every single year. Now, that's a kind of a icky it's kind of a whatever. It's just an example. I'm going to read you some of my affirmations, but you've got to get your mind focused on what it is you're wanting to accomplish. And I apologize for my little hiccup there as far as how I kind of stumbling over what I was trying to say. Let me read my top 10 affirmations and beliefs to you. I developed these. Some of these I have developed over time. Some of them I kind of crystallized in the last day or two. But these are ones that I'm going to be doing and saying every single day. So, and why top 10? You can have a lot of beliefs and affirmations, but if you're going to be saying them every single day, you want to kind of prioritize the top 10, at least to begin with. Now, eventually you might want to say them all every single day. I'm starting with 10 because it's an easy thing to start with. It's not, it doesn't overwhelm me. It doesn't take so much time out of my day that I feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can accomplish this. I don't know if I can do this every single day. This is something that anyone can do. So I'm going to just give you my top 10 examples. I'm not saying these have to be your top 10 examples, but I'm just giving you an example of what an affirmation and belief might look like, okay? So my number one belief and an affirmation: I have more than enough time and energy each and every day to care for myself and eat right, to work out, to accomplish my miracle morning, to tend to my business effectively and efficiently, to spend quality time with my loved ones, and to have fun every single day. Pretty cool, huh? It's a simple but very profound belief, and it's a profound affirmation. Belief and affirmation, they're similar, but they're just a little bit different. An affirmation is something that you affirm, okay? And affirm something as truth, okay? A belief is something that you've not only affirmed as truth, but you have internalized and you absolutely believe it, okay? So they're just a little bit different, but they kind of go together, okay? So you have to have an affirmation, but in order for that affirmation to truly become real in your life, you need to get to the point where you actually believe it. So, belief number 2. New and repeat clients come to me constantly, consistently, and in continuously ever-growing numbers from face-to-face, social media, and referrals, okay? That's obviously related to my business. Not a problem. I have personal affirmations and beliefs, and I have business-related affirmations and beliefs. Hi, Sharon. So belief number 3. God has heard the desires of my life and is working out the details in me and the world around me to manifest my desires into reality. My desires manifest quicker and quicker, and it takes less action to receive larger amounts of money from my business. I am open to receive with absolute ease and integrity. Now, the last part of that is absolutely vital to me, because it's not always been easy for me to receive things, whether it be a compliment, whether it be money, accepting money from a client. I'm one of those people. I love to give a lot of value, and I don't always necessarily, I forget to ask the one little question, hey, you want to buy something from me? Okay, no big deal. But I need to become easier with that, okay? So I added that to that affirmation, okay? Belief number 4. God is taking care of the how and the when. I am staying in a place of open reception, all the while moving on inspired action as it is revealed to me each and every day. That just means I'm staying actively open and ready to take action as I see those opportunities and things come up, okay? In other words, I don't miss things, okay? I've missed a lot of boats in my day, and I don't plan on missing any more boats in the future. So that was my belief number 4. Belief number 5. I am continuously surrounded by people I love and who love me. My community continues to grow with exactly the people I am supposed to commune with. I am phenomenal at building relationships and establishing healthy boundaries. That one is also really important to me, especially those last 2 words, healthy boundaries. I've always been good at setting boundaries, but they haven't always been healthy boundaries. So as I get busier, I need to be able to set healthy and appropriate boundaries, not only with my family, but also with my friends, with my clients, and with my business partners, because you don't want to have your life sucked out of you, okay? There are some people that are a little bit higher maintenance, but as long as you establish those healthy boundaries, you can still have a great relationship with those kind of folks. In fact, you can have really positive relationships with them. Okay, here goes number 6. Belief number 6. My clients get great results and love giving testimonials and referrals. That is something I do give good results. I get great results with the people that I work with. One of the things that I haven't always done real good is asking for those testimonials and asking for referrals. That is something I am going to speak into existence. So, belief number 7. I have faith in my desires even when I don't know the how yet. God can and will deliver my desires in infinite ways at just the right times. So I've always been a believer that says, and I don't know who, you don't have to believe the way I do. I'm just, you use whichever God or the universe or whatever you want. Mine, I use the word God, and that's okay. So, but I've always believed that God is rarely early, but he's absolutely always on time. So I have to have faith in that process, okay? I absolutely have to believe that. And in order to keep that peace within myself as I'm going through things, okay? So that's a good one to keep affirming every day. So belief number 8. I have an ever-growing team that supports me in my business. I am grateful how understood, believed in, supported, and protected I am by my team. I love working with my team, and my team loves working with me. That is something that I am creating a culture. I am creating a culture of that I want people to buy into with me. And I'm not saying money. I'm talking, I want them to own that culture along with me, because that culture that I am creating is what I want to share with other people. And because I 100% believe that that culture is going to help people. So, belief number 9. Every problem, obstacle, and challenge has a solution. Don't care what it is, it has a solution. I trust, know, believe, and act this way with no drama or negativity as I build my empire. And I know that word, empire, but that's what I'm trying. Legacy. Let's change it to legacy if you want to do that. But it doesn't matter what word you use there as long as it reflects what you're trying to accomplish, okay? So, belief number 10. There are truckloads of unending ideal clients for me. There are truckloads of unending ideal business partners ready to take up my call to action. Those who hear my calls to act, hear and act. So, those are my top 10 beliefs and affirmations. Now, do those have to be yours? Absolutely not. Your situation is not the same as mine. But we all have things we want to accomplish. If you have gone through months of not, or let's say this, okay, every year people on January 1st, they put in a New Year's resolution. Some of the top ones are, one of the top ones is lose weight or exercise more. Okay. They do it for maybe a couple weeks, 2 or 3 times, whatever. And then down the road, all of a sudden, they're not doing it anymore, okay? And then the next year rolls around, and not only have they not done what they resolved to do, but now they're in worse shape than they were the previous January. So, what these things do, what affirmations and beliefs do, when you say them every single day, take 5-10 minutes just to say them, okay? Say them to yourself every single day. And as your brain hears them every single day, it begins to believe. Slowly but surely, over time, what may not have been completely believable at the very beginning, as you repeat these to yourself, just like being around crime and being exposed to it, and it eventually becomes not something that's out of the ordinary. When you start a new habit, like I said earlier, when you start a new habit, and this habit being saying your beliefs and affirmations every single day without fail, I don't care what your excuse is, you say them every single day, that will begin to, hi Chad, just saying those will teach your mind to think in a different way. You will start seeing things that you didn't see before. You'll begin to be open to opportunities that were there before, but you just didn't see. You will be open to talking with people and receiving people into your life that will lift you up rather than taking you down. In fact, you will tend to back off from the ones that are dragging you down, because as you get healthier in your thinking, you will naturally attract healthier people into your life. And that, my friends, is probably the gold out of everything. Because as you gather people around you who are exhibiting or doing some of the very things that you're wanting to do, they're reaching for the stars. They're succeeding. Maybe they've succeeded. Maybe they're a little bit further than you, and you're like, I want to do that. I want to be like that. That will help spur you on, okay? So here's what my challenge is to y'all, okay? First thing I want you to do is I want you to write down sit down, think about it. Don't just write it off the cuff. Sit down and really think about what is it you want to accomplish in your life. Hi, Wendy. Write down your top 10 beliefs and affirmations. Write them down, just like I did, okay? Put them in a book that you can refer to. Put a date on that on there, so that when you look back and as time goes by and those affirmations become reality, you're going to want to update them. And you can like mark it off. Hey, I have done that one. Yes, I have done that one. You can begin to see the progress, okay? So, challenge, write down your top 10 affirmations and beliefs. 2, every single day, starting tomorrow, read aloud with feeling as though you believe it, okay? Your top 10 beliefs and affirmations every single day, okay? Without fail, do not give yourself an excuse. Get somewhere quiet, get somewhere safe where you don't feel kind of crazy. If you feel like it, do it in the bathroom in front of the mirror. Talk to yourself, okay? Read those affirmations to yourself. Number 3, if you're feeling discouraged or down on a particular day, then read your top 10 beliefs aloud as many times during the day as you have to until you get out of that funk, okay? Because as you read those and reaffirm those to yourself, they will naturally lift your spirits. Number 4, share your top 10 beliefs and affirmations with me. Not online, not for all the world to see. Just share them with me through private messaging or through my email, which I have put my email within the body of the text that goes along with this video. Email, PM me, whatever. Let's start a conversation. If you want to have more information about how to create your own, maybe this is the first time you've ever even thought about doing this, and you're like, how the heck do I do that? I know the first time I did this, I was at a loss. I could barely even think of 4. I was like, and it was because I was so not confident in myself. Now, that's been a long time ago, but as time goes by, your confidence improves, your thinking improves, your circle of influence improves, and things start happening in your life just naturally. So, do that. PM me, email me your top 10, and let's have a conversation. That's it for tonight, folks. I again apologize for not doing my lives earlier this week. It was a crazy week. If you saw some of my posts earlier in the week, you'll kind of get an idea of what was happening. But I'm going to work that out so that the next time I'm vacationing, I can still do my lives with y'all. So for now, that's it. Love y'all. I will talk to you later. Monday will be my next live. And I might do one in the interim, but it won't be a big training like tonight. So y'all have fun. Ta-ta.